Copy, we're on our way.
And at this time, they have gathered around the nose of the vehicle, looking at the nose landing gear. The very nose of the vehicle, made out of a carbon-carbon compound, reaches temperatures of several thousand degrees upon re-entry. And with his water bottle was mission specialist Jim Riley, and all of our other mission specialists, pilot, and commander. Of course, it looks like all, but perhaps Dave Wolf has decided to come out and walk around. And this is a tradition that began from the very first shuttle flight, when the commander and pilot of that mission took an opportunity to come down the steps and walk around the vehicle. Terry Wolcott, commander of this flight, speaking with Kennedy Space Center Director Roy Bridges, and with pilot Joe Edwards there in the center, shaking hands now with Bonnie Dunbar, mission specialist. She was a record breaker on this flight for all the crew members on this mission. This was her 5th shuttle flight. In the white hat is Bob Seek, a former launch director and now director of shuttle management at Kennedy Space Center. And it appears that the astronauts do indeed have their land legs back after 9 days in space. Looking at the individual tiles of the thermal protection system. The bottom of the orbiter is completely covered with these tiles that measure approximately 2 inches by 2 inches. Again, Center Director at Kennedy Space Center Roy Bridges greeting Jim Riley. In the dark suit is Launch Director Dave King. This was Dave's first launch. First mission as launch director at Kennedy Space Center.
Good job down there. Let's come right on up. I would just like to say it's great to be back at Kennedy Space Center. They gave us the most fantastic orbiter that we ever could have asked for. My management furnished me with the finest crew that anyone could ever ask for. Like I said, it's really, really great to be back. I know you're all wondering about Dave, and would like to tell you that he is in great spirits and he had his pepperoni and mushroom pizza delivered on time. And with that, we'd just like to say again, thank you, and we're glad to be home.
And indeed, after spending the last 9 days in space, traveling about 6 million miles in orbit around the Earth, all astronauts have reported in that they are healthy and fine. And Commander reporting for astronaut Dave Wolf, who has been in space for over 4 months, reports that he is in fact doing well and was in fact delivered his one request, and that was a pizza. And our astronauts for this mission, STS-89, will now begin their last leg of the journey. That's back to their crew quarters, where they will again be thoroughly looked over. Of course, all have reported in well, but just the same, thoroughly looked over to ensure that there are no particular problems, and in fact, we do not expect any. They will go back to the crew quarters, look at or visit with their families, get a bite to eat, and then we expect that they will be heading to bed shortly tonight for their first sleep in the confines of Earth's gravity that they've had over the past week and a half. And then tomorrow, as we expect, they are planning on conducting a press conference at